Hello, everybody. Welcome everybody to the Shankar podcast. Still undecided on the name yet, but today I'm joined by my buddy Teresa, aka TJFXX, if I'm correct, if I said that correctly.
Yeah. Yeah,
On
that's right.
Twitch. But yeah, introduce yourself and let the world know what you do.
Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Teresa. I'm 27 years old, and I've been streaming on Twitch for a couple months during the whole quarantine. So, it's pretty. I have a normal job, but yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing is just streaming. And yeah, I don't know what else I should say about
Oh no,
myself.
no. I mean, yeah, that's good. That's enough. That's enough. But yeah, you are another person Twitch streamer that is affiliate. That's
hmm
everyone I fucking know is affiliate besides me. So at this point,
So,
it's
I think it's the average views. I think that's what's like the
yeah,
hardest part to get.
yep, yeah. I mean, at this point, you're averaging like 20 views per stream at this point, right? You're because every time I see
Yeah,
you on stream, you're like averaging 20 views. I always see you have at least like 20 views on. So you're getting there
yeah.
to partner.
I'm steadily like climbing a little bit at a time.
Yeah, I guess cool though. That's really cool. But yeah, I'm glad I got to have you on, and thank you for being a guest. Honestly,
Yeah, no worries. I've never done
uh,
a podcast, so this is interesting as well for me.
yeah. I wanted to ask you, how did you get start to Twitch streaming? Like, what was your original setup, and then like, what made you want to start Twitch streaming?
Okay, so technically I did start streaming like 3 years ago in 2017, but I wasn't like super serious about it. I was
Mm-hmm.
just like, I was literally just streaming from my PlayStation 4.
Mm-hmm.
I had my PlayStation 4 camera.
Yeah, that's how I
It was,
started.
like a basic stream. And then eventually I was like, I kind of want to do a little bit better. So once I got a laptop, I was able to download OBS, and then I had a Blue Yeti microphone, and I ended up buying a green screen. And it was my streams were a little bit better quality, but it still wasn't like to the level I wanted it at.
Right.
Eventually, I ended up getting a new job, and at the end of 2018, and I decided I want to focus on this job, so I kind of like gave up on streaming for pretty much that time.
Okay.
Um, and then once the quarantine happened, I believe I started streaming back up at the end of March, beginning of April. And yeah, so my old setup pretty much was just my laptop with my Blue Yeti microphone
Yeah.
and my Logitech webcam that I'm still using actually now, until I afford to buy like a mirrorless camera.
Okay.
Yeah, so my setup right now though is the same green screen I had 2 years ago. My Logitech, I think it's the C90, 1080p one or something like that. I can't remember the exact model.
Okay.
And then I'm using a Samsung G-Track Pro microphone, and it's
Sounds
mounted
fancy.
on an arm. I got it actually for Christmas from my parents.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I was actually surprised because I was like, "What the heck?" Because they know I stream, but they don't know like everything about it. So it's kind of just
Right.
like they kind of just think I'm in my room playing video games, talking to strangers, which kind of is
Yeah,
what
that
I'm
kind of
doing.
is. Yeah.
But like I'm also talking to like people I know in real life, so
Right.
it's not like 100% strangers. Um, but yeah, so it was actually very surprising because I don't really know like how supportive they are of me streaming. I think they just think it's kind of like I think they think it's weird because they're adults. They don't know really what streaming is. They're just kind of like,
Right.
"Oh, that's weird. That's weird." Like they think it's weird.
But they're full supportive of it,
So,
right? They're not like against it.
um, I think right now they're a little more supportive of it because
You're
I'm
getting some
actually
money of
kind
off it.
I'm actually getting some money off of it now.
Right. Right.
Before it was like I wasn't getting anything
No
out
subs,
of it.
man.
But I'm making a little bit of money, which is nice. It's not like I'm getting like a lot, but I'm getting something, so that's nice.
Okay. Yeah,
It
those subs,
helps.
man.
Gas
Those.
money,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
gas money,
Yeah.
groceries, stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah. I mean, you also. I mean, I feel like it's a hobby of yours. You do have a job, so they can't just say, "Oh, that's all you do." You do have a job, and
Yeah,
it's a hobby. It's a fun hobby. That also makes you a
yeah,
bit of money too. But that's cool.
yes.
Would you love to? I mean, the dream obviously is to stream full time, but is that something that you're going for?
Honestly, if I don't become like a full-time streamer or something like that, I would be fine with it. Cause
Okay.
like I said, I'm good with the job I have right now. Being a full-time streamer would be pretty cool. But I mean, if I don't ever get to that level, I wouldn't be upset about it.
Right.
And also, one thing I have to say about streaming is that it's not as easy as people think it is.
I
Like
agree. I
people
agree.
think that, oh, you just turn on a webcam and play video games and like that's it. And no, it is not that. It is like literally you need to make sure your computer can run the program. You need to make sure your settings are proper.
Hmm.
You need to make sure, you know, your microphone quality sounds okay. It's not too loud, it's not too low. You have the proper lighting set up.
Yeah.
Um
Oh yeah, lighting is
and then
everything.
yeah, yeah, so
I
it's
always,
kind of like there's a lot that goes into it that I feel a lot of people who don't stream don't actually understand or like know until they're actually streaming or become
right.
streamers themselves. Um, so yeah, it's like it's kind of like a job essentially. I mean, especially for the people who actually make money off of this,
Right.
it is
Partner,
their
full
job.
time sponsors. Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, even just for like the people like me who are just like kind of doing it as a side hobby thing, it's
Right.
still
Right.
like a lot of work and effort that goes into it.
But you have fun though. I bet in the end of the day you still have fun, right?
Oh yeah, especially like when I can like make my viewers or whoever like laugh at least, because that's pretty much
Yeah.
my goal is at least to make somebody laugh or something, you
Entertained. Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm not, I'm just trying to make sure everyone's having a good time.
Yeah, I think the reason you're also doing really good on Twitch, and I feel like you've grown really fast from when I started watching. I feel like you've grown exponentially, but I think the reason for that is because you have a consistent schedule and the fact that you really interact with your audience a lot.
Yeah, I definitely try to do that. When I was streaming, like 2 years ago or 3 years ago, whatever, I think that was my issue also is that I never had a consistent schedule because I had two jobs
Ah,
and it was very exhausting. And on my days off, no, I would actually stream either before I went to work or maybe after I got off of work. So it's like I never really rested properly. And I didn't have a consistent schedule. It was just always kind of everywhere.
yeah, I bet.
Um,
Yeah, it can be like that,
so
but that's cool now that you're able to actually keep up with your schedule. Like, use Twitch stream. I know for Fridays for sure, because that's what you do, like your fan Friday or something.
yeah,
Uh,
my Fun Viewer Friday, that's what
Fun
I
viewer
call it.
fair.
But
Thank you,
yeah.
thank you. Hey, which just happened yesterday, and you played Among Us, right?
Yeah, I did the demo of the new Tony Hawk Pro Skater
Oh,
remake.
how was that?
Yeah, the demo it was pretty cool. I mean, I
Okay.
kind of sucked cuz I haven't played
Uh-huh.
obviously any Tony Hawk or skating games in general since like PlayStation 2 or
Damn.
PlayStation 1,
I
whatever
I used to
whenever that
play
game came
I
out.
used to play Tony Hawk on the DS, so I'm definitely gonna be very very
Yeah.
rusty.
I ended up pre-ordering it
Okay.
because I saw the demo was coming out yesterday. So I was like, "Oh, I'm going to pre-order it."
Okay.
And then the game is supposed to come out next month. I think like the beginning of next month, September.
Okay. That's awesome. That's really
So,
cool.
but yeah, I did the demo yesterday, and then I played more Fall Guys, and then Among Us, and then I did a little bit of Twitch sings at the end. I
Okay.
sang like 3 songs, and that
Oh,
was it.
yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah, you do a lot of things. I mean, your portfolio, I say, of list of skills is pretty impressive. I personally think, and I think most people would agree, is that you have a pretty unique and talented singing voice. But I mean, argue with me as much as you want, Teresa, but I think that's true.
my voice is okay.
Yeah,
I
you
think I
see
have a
that? There it is.
karaoke
There it
voice.
is. There it is.
No, but like legit, like I always say, my voice is karaoke voice material. Like I can go to a karaoke bar and do fine. If I were to try out for American Idol, I feel like I would get rejected.
Oh
And
well.
there's nothing wrong with that. Or like if I made it, I'm pretty sure I would only make it past the first round, and then Hollywood Week, I would die.
Jeez. Yeah,
I would get cut off for sure.
but I mean, you enjoy singing, which is pretty cool. And then you also on your YouTube channel that you upload song covers.
Yeah, I'm
Right?
not as active on YouTube as I should be or like I would like to be.
Hmm.
Um, and I think the reason for that is because Well, I'm doing Twitch, and
Yeah.
that's I think that's why I like doing Twitch too, is because it's all on the spot. You know, it's like you don't have to worry about your editing or anything. It's just it is what it is. You know, as soon as you're on the camera, like it is what it is.
Right. Another thing I wanted
Um.
to talk about is another list of portfolios is you and I have actually voice acted together in one project.
Oh yeah, yeah. With
Yeah,
Ryan, with Ryan, yeah,
With Ryan, the famous Ryan Pettis. We voice
yeah,
acted in Formula Z. And I actually wanted to ask
yeah.
you because I've asked other people, how did you get the voice acting role you got?
Um, I think Ryan just asked me if I was interested in doing like a voice acting role for
Like
a
he
character.
personally asked you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh wow,
And I just was like, I was like, yeah, sure, why not?
that's cool.
Oh, you know why he asked me? I think it was because one time on Instagram, I posted a video of my dogs jumping on the couch, but like I did a voice, and he said, "Oh my god, you sound like an anime character." And
Oh well, I
then
mean, the character you did was not an anime character.
no, the character I did in the actual project was not, but in the my Instagram post, it kind of like I
Yeah,
guess I had a high pitched voice or something,
yeah.
and I don't know, I think he just he knows that I would be interested in something like that, so he was like, you know what, I'm gonna ask Teresa, so, and then
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, sure, why not?
Yeah,
It's different.
your voice sounded really clean in the project, and it was really fun to do. It was really fun, just the opportunity to do
Mm-hmm.
something like that. You never actually,
Yeah.
you never made it to the film festival where they played it, huh?
Nah, I never made it.
Damn, you missed it, man. It was awesome. It was fun.
Yeah.
You got to.
I just watched it when it was when he posted it on YouTube or
Oh,
Facebook, whichever
really?
one it was. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's when I first saw it. Is like when he posted it there.
yeah. It's all on YouTube now. If you want to go watch it too, if you haven't seen the whole thing. But yeah, that's really cool. But I wanted to ask you as well. How have you made any friends like Twitch streaming?
Yeah.
Really?
So I think that's one thing. Yeah. So I'm actually part of a small like streamer community called
Cult?
the
No,
Salt.
joking.
No, it's not a cult. It's a community. They don't make me do anything I don't want to do.
Yeah. Okay. Look.
No, so yeah, they're called the Salty Smash community, and I actually found them by rating the main member one day after one of my streams. I just randomly rated her, and then I followed her because I
Rated?
usually
You
do
could rate
that.
people?
Yeah,
I didn't know
yeah,
you could
like
do
what I
that.
did. Yeah, like what I did to you when I rated you that one time when you were streaming, and I brought my viewers
Oh,
to your stream.
rated. Oh, I thought you said rated, like you rate 1 to 5 stars or
No, no,
something.
no, no. When I
Okay.
rated her, yeah,
Okay.
no. Um, which yeah, just for those of you who don't know what rating is on Twitch, it's literally like right after your stream is over, you just kind of tell your viewers more or less that hey, we're gonna go to this other person's channel, show them some love, yada yada yada.
Yeah.
And anyways, so yeah, I rated her channel, and she seemed really cool, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna follow her. And I didn't think anything of it at the time, you know. I was just like, oh, I followed, I rated, you know, and then I got off. But
Oh
then
yeah.
like I rated her again, and then I was like, you know, she's actually pretty cool. And then she was even saying like, hey, you should join our small streamer community. We're looking for more people to like, you know, get together and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, you know what? Yeah, that's pretty good. Because I have to say, one thing about streaming is that it doesn't matter how many times you post. Like, I can post on Instagram, I can post on Facebook, I can post on Twitter. You know, maybe someone will find me, maybe no one will find me. But I will say, networking and meeting other streamer and talking to other streamers and like just like networking really, really, really helps.
So I've
Like,
heard.
I've
Yeah.
honestly, yeah, like joining this little streamer community has really helped me. I'm actually a part of two,
Oh wow.
but yeah, but the salty smash one is like those people I really actually feel are like my friends. The other one I'm a part of, those people
Okay.
are cool, but that one's more like you kind of just go in there, do like they do raids, they do individual raids
Oh
at
wow.
like certain like every 4 hours they'll do raids. So that
Oh.
one's just like you go in there, you're part of it, and then you leave and you come back. But like I feel like the other streamer community that I'm a part of, it's like even when you're not streaming, you can just like hang out, watch some anime, just talk about random stuff.
Right.
So it actually feels like, you know, like you're making friends and stuff like that. Which I mean, I feel like they are my friends at this
Yeah,
point. We've
yeah,
kind of been
definitely.
supporting each other for a while.
Yeah,
So
yeah, definitely.
yeah, it's really nice because we always go to each other's streams, even if it's for a little bit. You know, we go there, we throw some biddies or
Hmm.
bits,
Yeah,
and you know, and just cheer each other on. And I think it's really nice because you know sometimes you kind of need that little
yeah.
person at least here or there just to like acknowledge you a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, it's so crazy because I've yet to meet people from like Twitch or make friends off Twitch, but
Hmm.
I have a buddy who also Twitch streams, and like everyone else I know, he's also an affiliate, but he has a little group of friends as well that Twitch stream with him, and they all met via Twitch. One lives in Texas, one lives in Chicago, but
Oh wow.
they all got together and met at TwitchCon in California, in San Diego, and
Oh okay.
that must be really cool to like meet your friends in person that you've been playing with online forever. Like that
Hmm.
must be like I don't know where your friends, like the salty ones, I don't know where they're from, but that must be like crazy that if you ever these people you've been playing with from the distance and then now you're hanging out in person.
Hmm.
It must feel, in a way I feel like would feel kind of awkward because you're just so used to being on a screen talking to them or something, and
Yeah.
all of a sudden,
Well,
now what do we talk about now in person?
actually, so it's really weird because a lot of us are actually from California. Like
Oh, okay.
we're like hours away from each other. Like we could meet each other. Like I think like two of them are kind of close to LA,
Mm-hmm.
and then the other one's like in Riverside, I think, and then there's some other people that are like further away, like in another state, but I think like the main group of people cuz there's like a main group of us and then there's like a little side group.
Yeah.
And but anyways, like the main of us, we're all like from California for the main part, and it's like wow, we're actually really close to each other already. But you know, coronavirus. But we are planning
Right.
to do like some type of, hopefully when Corona's over. We don't know when this is gonna happen, but we do definitely want to get like together, do like a little retreat or something, or like just do like a little meet up somewhere. I don't know, but
Right.
we
Right.
that's like something we've been discussing for sure. Where we're like, oh yeah, we definitely all need to like meet up at some point.
And that's super easy if you're all in California too. Honestly, there's just always like some place in the middle you can meet or something.
Hmm. Well, I
Um.
mean, I wouldn't mind going to LA because LA has like roach food
Oh
and
yeah. Yeah.
stuff to do there. So
For sure.
just traffic.
Do you remember the last time you and I saw each other in person?
Yes, it was at the convention
Yes,
in
it
Imperial.
was. Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Were you
Yes.
there also for the dude, the anime voice dude?
Yes. I
I
took a picture with him.
I feel like I did too, but I had no idea who he was until I got to know him. Cause I don't watch anime, for people who don't know, but I don't watch anime.
What the?
Yeah, I don't watch anime.
How do
Um,
you not watch anime? No, I'm just kidding.
I just don't watch it. But is it?
You
It's
need
not.
to, but
I know I'm wrong. I know I'm wrong in the aspect because the reason I don't watch anime is because just the overall animation I'm not really into. I don't like the voices don't sync with the mouths and stuff. I'm not into that.
well,
Um,
it depends honestly, because I will say, yeah, there are definitely some
uh,
like animes I won't watch because of the animation style. Like I'm like, I'm not really a fan of this one.
there has
But
yet
like
been an
every
anime I'm like that's I'm not into it. There has yet been an anime that I see that I want to watch.
dang, that's insane. I think animes are really good just because they offer storylines that you wouldn't get
Right.
otherwise,
I know I'm
like
wrong.
anywhere else.
I know I'm wrong because the storylines must be fantastic because everyone just talks about them. Also,
Yeah, that's what.
some of the
Mhm.
fan base is just so weird because the guys who like drool over the anime girls, like it's like I don't, now I'm just gonna think of that watching these animes or something.
Oh my god.
The
Well, I
toxic
mean, I
city.
feel like everyone has their thing, you know? It's
Right.
like it might not be your thing. It's not my thing,
I
but it's
also don't.
somebody's thing.
I
It's
also
like
don't want to watch the, the generic "omae wa mo shinderu" and like oh, like the fucking dramatic ass faces they make, and it's just they're like "money karo no osandi fire," so they fucking have like this energy ball in their hand or something. I don't want to watch that, you know.
so so you're saying you like more like realistic kind of
There is
anime-ish
one
than
anime my
type thing.
brother did watch, and he said I probably would like it, which is called Cowboy Bebop. He said I would like that. I want to watch that maybe one day.
That is a classic. A lot of
Yeah.
people, especially who like anime, know that,
Yeah.
and especially know the theme song for that song as well.
Oh
Or
yeah,
the anime,
three,
I
two,
mean.
one, let's jam. Dude, the jazzy type
Ba-dum,
song,
ba-dum,
right?
ba-dum,
Yeah, yeah,
ba-dum,
yeah.
ba. Yeah.
And he
Ba-dum,
said,
ba-dum, ba-dum,
yeah,
ba-dum,
and
ba.
he said like, oh, watch this fight scene, and like, he was fighting like this girl, and like there's this jazzy
Mhm.
music playing, and I was like, oh, it's cool. It's like, dude, all the fight scenes are like that. Whenever he fights, there's like jazz music in the back, and I'm like,
Dun,
oh, that's
dun.
cool. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool. I like that. But yeah, going back to the guy at Comic Con, I forgot what his name was. He
Vic
played
Mignogna.
the dude.
Yeah,
Oh
he
yeah,
plays Edward Elric from
yeah.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, I remember he was also Brawly, right, from Dragon Ball. I remember that because I know he was like
Broly? Yeah.
Brawly, whatever.
Broly. Bro. Like a bro.
Broly.
Broly.
But I remember since I was like, I personally was invited by Ruben Najera. I was go talking to the guests and stuff, and I was like, oh hey, no one was really like talking to him. Like at some point, like I think people were like giving him a break from like rating him. But I went up to I went up to him, was like, hey man, I hope you're enjoying the con and stuff. He's like, oh okay, did you want a picture? He's like, oh, I told him like, oh, I'm not a fan of anime. I actually don't really know what you do and stuff. And then I looked at the like that little, I don't know, the poster they have to show like their the things
like
done,
his
right?
voices and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I saw like the one where he's like dressed in like a Star Trek uniform. And I was like, were you in Star Trek? And he's like, oh no, I do this Star Trek series of like what happens after the final frontier. And I'm like, oh, that's really interesting. And then I was like, oh dude, I love Star Trek, dude. Like, and he's like, really? Like, and I said, are you playing Kirk? And he's like, yeah. I was like, you look exactly like a young Kirk. And he's like, oh, thank you. Like, he was so happy to hear something that wasn't anime related. That he was
anime, probably, yeah.
And he was like, we just started talking about Star Trek, and he's like, oh yeah, I used to watch Star Trek with my father, and he's like, I watched Star Trek with my father, and I was like, oh, that's really cool. And so we just started talking about Star
bonding.
Trek. Yeah, he was actually taking a walk around the panel, around the con, and and I was like, oh, I'll let you go, man, so you can go take a walk. But I was good talking Star Trek with you, and and later on, like when the con was like already, how long were you at the con, by the way?
I feel like I was there for maybe like an hour and a half-ish or so. It was really hot. I think that was like the only like really bad downside to it, is just like how hot it was in there.
Right.
It was a small venue, and I think the AC wasn't working or something, right?
I don't know. I didn't feel hot in there, honestly. I was there all day, and I didn't feel pretty hot. I didn't feel like the humidity. But yeah, while the con was ending, he was already packing his stuff in already, and there was this one guy who just wouldn't stop, like non-stop talking to him. Like he kept talking and talking and talking, and just wouldn't give him he couldn't even have the time to say, oh really. He couldn't even give him that little space of time to like respond. And I was just, and then I eventually had to intervene. Like, he just kept talking and talking, and I was just trying to like say goodbye to him, like, oh, thank you for coming to the con. That's all I was trying to do. And so this guy just kept going and going about Dragon Ball and Full Metal Alchemist. I'm like, dude, he doesn't know the lore. He just voiced the dude. And so,
that's how I feel. Like, I understand what you're saying.
Yeah. And my friend, her name's Allison, was the one like next to him, like taking care of his stuff and like dealing with the money and stuff. And I was like, how long has he been? I went to her, I was like, how long has this guy been talking? And she's like, this guy just won't stop. And so I eventually had to like put my hand on his shoulder, and I put my hand on his shoulder, and I said, oh, it's getting late. He has to pack up. And then he like took this sigh of relief of like, whew, like finally someone like stopped this guy from talking.
Oh my god.
And so the guy is like, oh, okay. So he like took like 5 minutes to say goodbye to him. And then I'm like, oh my god. And then he eventually did leave, and I was like, and I eventually was like, hey man, again, thank you for being here at the con and everything. And he's like, do you want a pic? he's like, do you want a picture? And I'm like, oh yeah, sure, man. And I got a picture with him. It was really cool. And
that's cool.
Yeah, he was a super cool guy, and I really liked talking Star Trek with him. I just like the reaction on his face where he's like, oh, like Star Trek. Like everyone's been talking anime, and like, oh my god, someone who likes Star Trek. And so yeah, it was really cool. Did you get to meet any of the other guests at that con?
I did see some others, but I didn't really like it wasn't like anybody I really like wanted to see or anything. I just like walked around and just was
Uh,
like saying hi. I kind of went there for two reasons. For that, for him, but also because one of my friends had a booth there, so I wanted to like go support him and buy some stuff from
oh
his
shit.
little booth.
What was his booth?
Yeah. So it's my friend Nathan, and his little booth is the Fun Fusion. He just started streaming on Twitch too. But yeah, it's Fun Fusion with a P, so PHUN Fun.
Okay.
And yeah, he does like little. He has like his own little character, and he did like little crossovers of like his little character and like either video game characters or like comic book characters. So I think
Okay.
I bought the Mandalorian one. I
Okay.
bought a little art print of his Spider-Man, and I think I got some pins.
Okay.
He has like little pins too. So I just went there to support him and stuff like that too.
That's really cool. I was there for a few reasons. So mainly, I actually was mainly there for just being a Boo, Mary Gibbs, the voice of Boo, from Monsters
Oh,
Inc.
huh.
Yeah, I was mostly there for her because like, oh shit, like it's crazy to see like how where she is. Like I was actually wondering, do you know how old she is?
I don't know how old she is.
She's actually younger than you.
Wait, what?
Yeah, she's younger
Well,
than you.
I mean, well, that makes sense though because like she had a baby voice, right? When
she was 3 when she did
the
it.
character.
Yeah, she was 3.
Yeah.
And then
So
she
I
was
was like,
5 when
okay,
the
that
movie
makes
came out.
sense.
Yeah, she's older than me, younger than you. She's 23, 24.
I'm gonna host us, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
I didn't know you were. I didn't
Yeah.
realize it was on Twitch, so I was like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'll host.
So I went to mainly see her, and then also the actor from Little Rascals, the rich kid.
Oh yeah. I saw
Yeah.
him. I was kind of interested in him as well.
Yeah, I mean, I love Little Rascals. It's a good movie. It's a really good movie. And
Mm-hmm.
I told my friend like a few days before the con. I was like, because when I found out he was gonna be at the con, I asked my cousin's girlfriend. I said, "Oh, do you like Little Rascals?" She's like, "That's like my favorite movie." And I was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, guess who's gonna be at Imperial Valley Comic Con?" And I showed like who was gonna be, and she's like, "Oh my god, he's so handsome!" And and yeah, I'm like, "Yeah, he's gonna be there." And she's like, "What day?" And I'm like, oh, I think it was a Saturday or a Friday." And she's like,
Mhm.
"Oh, I can't go because she had work at the time because before quarantine, obviously." And
Yeah.
she's like, "I can't go." And she was so upset. And then when I went to go talk to him, I was like, "Hey, my friend really wanted to come, but she wanted me to tell you you're very handsome and she's a huge fan." And he was like, "Oh, like that," like he was just so flattered and stuff.
Oh,
But
yeah. I
super,
remember him.
yeah.
Like as soon as I saw him, I was like, dude, he looks the same, just
Yeah.
like a little older.
Yeah, he blew up. He like blossomed up, you know. It was
Mhm.
also really cool to see like the actor from Forrest Gump, the one. I don't know. Have you seen Forrest Gump?
Yeah, I've seen it, but I don't know which actor you're talking about
Do you
besides
remember?
Tom Hanks.
Do you remember? Do you by any chance remember the scene where Forrest Gump?
Oh wait, it was the army guy, right?
Yeah, he was. He
Was
had
the
an
guy
army.
in the wheelchair.
No.
Or which guy?
He was the guy. He was Jenny's boyfriend, and like he smacked her, and that's when like Forrest Gump like comes in and like beats him up.
Oh, I haven't
So-
seen it in a while, so I
Oh,
don't
wait,
remember
oh, yeah.
100%.
He played that guy, and so I went up to him, I was like, "Hey man, like I really liked your his role in Forrest Gump. He was so calm. No, like Imperial Valley Comic Con. Obviously, we don't get like A-list celebrities, but we get like people who've done famous things.
Things. Yeah.
And so I think most people weren't like coming up to him and stuff because they're like, "Oh, I don't recognize you," Like also the
Mhm.
guy from Little Rascals and Mary Gibbs was like right next to him. So I went up to him. I was like, "Hey man, I really liked your character in Forrest Gump," and I was breaking down
Mhm.
like his character, like why it's so important into Forrest Gump's arc, and just when he smacked Jenny, it's like it triggers Forrest Gump's dark side, and he's like,
Yeah.
he's like, "Oh, he was like, oh, I really like your movie analysis." And he's like, "Are you an actor?" And I was like, "Oh, well, I like acting. I don't have like an agent or anything." And he's like,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh, well, I teach an acting class in LA. Where are you from?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm from here, so I can't go to that acting class." And he grabs
Yeah.
one of his photos that he signs.
Yeah.
and he flips it around to the white back, and he writes like this address and his email, and he's like, here, if you're ever in LA, go to this address, and you can do an acting class here. And I'm like, oh really? Oh, thank you. And right before he's about to
That's
give it,
cool.
yeah, right before he's about to give it to me, he's like, he turns it around and autographs it. He's like, all right, here you go, because you knew, yeah,
Aww.
because usually they charge
That's
for,
so
yeah.
nice.
I was like, oh, thank you very much. I for some reason always get good connections with like the guests there at Comic-Con.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know why. Like Mary Gibbs, I still keep in touch with, the voice of Boo. I still keep in touch with her and stuff. And
Yeah.
yeah, it's just so cool. Like, and props to Ruben for doing all that, because he really, I don't know. Imperial Valley Comic Con is just way bigger. It's so big, but yet so small. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like I haven't met him. I know who he is because I hear many people talk about him. I've
Yeah.
never met him before, but I can imagine just like how much effort and everything that goes into, coming up with
Oh
everything
yeah.
that to make it what it is,
Oh yeah.
even if it's not like the biggest, it's definitely something. And
Yeah.
I definitely do like appreciate like all the effort and everything. That's why I go, even if it's like a small thing. It's like, well, it's
Yeah.
something.
Yeah, and this guy, I don't think this guy sleeps either, because he just always is working and working, and he's also,
Yeah, I feel like he's everywhere, huh? Like, well,
yeah, he
especially like
is,
in the valley. Like he's
yeah,
very about providing some type of entertainment in the
mhm.
valley.
Yeah, and
So,
he is working on huge things. Well, this quarantine really stopped him from doing things. Like he was sponsoring this gaming league, and then he's also a pro skater. He's registered a pro skater,
oh,
and
okay, yeah, I think that's what I heard about him as well.
yeah,
Yeah,
and
that's true.
his brother is he's verified on Instagram. He recently did a brand deal with, I think it was
Hmm.
Adidas, where his name is on the Adidas shoe, Nahera. So technically Ruben could
Oh,
get a pair and
wow.
have his name on the shoe too.
Yeah, that actually is
Yeah.
true. That's pretty
Yeah.
cool.
And Ruben got a brand deal with Body Glove. Do you know that brand?
I
Like the
don't actually.
Yeah, Body Glove is like it's like a sports clothing basically.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, and yeah, Ruben is just all over the place, and props to that guy for just just
For real.
doing the best he can. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but now going back to your gaming stuff. I mean, what are some games that what drives you to the games? Because you've been playing Resident Evil 2, you started playing Skyrim, and what? I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you'd played Skyrim before, right? Or is this your first time?
No, pretty much until I started streaming, I had never played Skyrim
Oh
ever,
wow, what do you
like
think of it?
ever. I like it. I still don't know how to do like half of the things in that game,
Okay,
but it's pretty fun though because at least I have some of my viewers that kind of help me
right.
figure my way out on like what quests I should do, or like, hey, if you
Yeah.
go here, you'll get this like
Yep.
armor,
Yep.
like this
Yep.
weapon or something
Yep.
like that.
Yeah.
And like otherwise, honestly, I wouldn't know because the
Yeah.
only game I played closest to Skyrim is, well, it's not really the closest, but are the Fallout games because they're made by
No,
Bethesda
yeah,
as
I'd say
well.
that's close. Yeah, I'd say that's close. Yeah.
But yeah, I was like a super big fan of Fallout. I mean, I still
Hmm.
am.
Yeah.
But I really fell in love with Fallout when I played Fallout 3 when I was in high school.
Hmm.
I like literally no lifed it. My mom would get mad because I would be in the living room playing it and fall asleep with the controller in my hand and the TV on,
Oh wow, that's
because
funny.
yeah, I would always like, it never failed. Oh, or even if I was in an Xbox, party chat with my friends,
Hmm.
I would be talking, and then all of a sudden they would just hear me snoring, like,
Snoring.
yeah. And they're just like, Teresa. And I'm just
Oh
like,
wow,
and they're like, Teresa, are you there?
wow, that's funny.
I'm
That's really
like,
cool.
yeah. So like, even they witnessed me falling asleep while I was playing video games.
That's cool. But I mean, that is that like one of
Yeah.
your, like, would you say like one of your top three games, Fallout?
Yeah, I would say so for sure.
What would you rank in top three?
I mean, honestly, ranking top anything is really hard for me just because I like so many
Right. Yeah.
things.
True.
Um, so I don't know if I could say these are the for sure top three, but I mean, for sure, the Fallout 3 game definitely had an impact on me. I really am a fan of The Last of Us game,
Oh, okay.
um, because I'm very much into story driven games.
Right. Yeah.
So so I'm not really into the sport ones. Like I know a lot of people like basketball
Oh,
and the soccer games.
I
Like
don't, I couldn't,
those
I don't
games, I don't
understand.
understand.
Yeah, right. I don't understand
I
the big
don't
drive for
I
him.
don't understand. Like people are like, "Oh, I'm gonna get the new FIFA. I'm gonna
Yeah,
get the new
yeah, yeah,
NBA 2K20
yeah,
whatever." And
yeah.
I'm just like,
Well,
yeah, I'm gonna go get Cyberpunk,
oh my
and
God,
yeah,
I need
you have.
Cyberpunk right now.
I was like, I'm gonna not care about that. But
Right.
I think it's because I'm not really into sports as it is. Like,
No, well, I mean, here's how I don't understand it. Is because I you can play basketball in real life. Why would you play it virtually? I cannot play Cyberpunk in real life, so that's why I play it
true.
virtually. I don't understand why people
Well,
play
I
sports
think
games.
well, so I don't know either. Well, there's only two sport games three actually that I liked.
But okay,
And
are
I know
they
this
like
is gonna
realistic?
sound
Are they realistic or are they like Mario Sluggers type stuff?
no. So this one's realistic. I used to be a real big fan of the Tiger Woods golfing games.
Oh,
I know.
the
It
most boring
sounds
sport
so
out there.
lame. It sounds so lame, but I really enjoyed playing the Tiger Woods golfing games. And I think
Okay.
it's just that I liked customizing my character, getting new
Oh,
golf clubs, getting the new kind of ball,
no wonder you like
you
Skyrim.
know.
No wonder you like Skyrim and Fallout then, huh?
So I don't know. I think I like the customization aspect of
I'm
it. I
huge on
mean,
customization too. Yeah.
so that, and then I mean, I don't remember too much, but I think that was like my main thing. It's like, oh, I need to win this match so I can afford to get this cool looking outfit.
That's funny.
Oh man,
The
it's so
most
lame.
the
But
most
yeah,
boring sport ever. That's the sports game you were into.
hey, that is the sport that I decided I wanted to be in high school. Because
Oh
honestly,
wow.
when I was in high school, I was like, okay, I need to be in a sport or something just to say that I did something outside of, you know, going to
Mhm.
school and getting good grades.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I guess if I'm gonna pick a sport, I'm gonna pick something that I'm pretty sure I could get into and that's not too popular so that
Not
it
too
wouldn't really matter.
right.
Yeah, yeah. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try out for the girls' golf team.
You,
And I actually surprisingly liked golf.
there was a
Watching
golf
it
team?
is kind of boring. Yeah, there was a boys golf team for Brawley and also a girls golf team.
How many did you have in the girls golf team?
I believe there was like not too many. It was probably like 10 of us,
Yeah,
which
there was
is
more than
honest.
5.
Yeah. So the thing is with like especially with like the golf matches, so they would pick like the top. Yeah, I think it was like they would pick like the top 5 or 6 girls. Because every time we would have our practices, we would get kind of ranked or rated ish, like depending how well we were doing. And then it's like, okay, so you're the best golf player, so you're gonna go up against so and so when we go to our match at Palo Verde or wherever, Palm Springs or wherever our matches were at.
Yeah.
Um, I was never in the top. I think I was like number 3 at one point,
Wow.
and I was always like 3 and under. I was never like the top golfer because
Okay.
obviously I only did golf for 2 years, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Did I do it for 2 years or
I
1 year? I don't remember.
I actually tried golf at one point, and I agree with you when like it's boring to watch, but it is kind of fun to play. When
Yeah.
you hit that ball in that sweet spot, it is really satisfying.
Uh-huh. It was actually funny too. My first time getting onto the golf course, like my first ever practice, like ever anything. The coach at the time, his name was Mr. Rogers, and yeah, I know, and the first thing he introduced me to all the other girls. He's like, "Hello, this is Teresa. She's the new person in our golf team, blah blah blah." And then he's like, "Okay, Teresa. So the first thing I want you to do is try to hit this golf ball." And I'm like, "What?" And he's like, "Yeah, I want to see if you can hit this golf ball." And I was like, "Okay." He's like, "I want to see if you could do it without me telling you how to do it first." And I was just
Okay.
like, "Oh, okay." So like it felt kind of weird because like literally all eyes were on me, like the other girls and like him, and I'm
Just
like,
putting you on the spot.
I mean, like in theory it sounds easy, like okay, I have this golf club and I hit the ball, I put it on the tee and I hit the ball, like it's pretty easy.
Mm-hmm.
So I went for the swing and then I missed.
Oof.
And I was like, "What?" I was like, what? But but it's right there. How did I
Wow.
miss? And he's like, it's okay. Go ahead. Go ahead and do it again. And then so I did it, I think like 3 more times, and then I missed every single time. And he was like,
Wow.
okay, do you know what you're doing wrong? And I was like, no. He's like, you're looking up before you hit the ball. And I'm like, oh.
Oh,
And then when I did it,
okay. I see what, yeah.
so I wasn't fully, well, first of all, I didn't know how to do a grip,
Okay.
because there's different kinds of grips for
Yeah.
your golf clubs. So I didn't know about anything with the grip. I was just holding it like, I would hold the freaking baseball bat, I guess, like with the 2
Right.
hands on it, like, not a specific way. And then I would swing up, and then like I would just swing down, and I would always look up before I followed through with the swing.
You never heard of the
And
term
that's
"keep your eye on the ball"?
no. Well, no, I have, but in regards to golf, I didn't realize that you needed to keep your eye on the ball that closely,
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it was pretty funny because he was like, yeah, you're looking up before you actually finish, like carry through,
Yeah.
following up with your swing. And I'm like, ah. And then once I actually like did it, where like I stayed looking down the entire time throughout my whole swing, I finally hit the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, there you go. He's like, and that was your first lesson. I was like,
nice.
well, this is gonna be fun.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I tried.
But
But it's fucking hot here in the valley to play golf, to be honest.
well, yeah, it really is. But so I think the girls' golf team was always in the beginning of the school year, and then the guys' golf team was always like towards the end of the school year.
So you had it like when
So
it was still coldish.
Yeah, it was like decent. But oh, so I know we got sidetracked because we were talking about sports games and stuff.
You're fine.
But I wanted to go back to the other thing, like the other sport games that I actually like.
Yeah.
So the Tiger Woods golf one, like I said, that one was like a guilty pleasure one that I liked. But the real cool ones I liked were the SSX Tricky, SSX3, PlayStation 2.
What are these
video
games?
games?
I've never heard of them.
They are a snowboarding game, kind of like Tony Hawk, but snowboarding instead of skateboarding.
Those are pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and I liked that one, that the SSX series, video game snowboarding series, because they always had really good music, and I always liked the tricks that each character had. Like each character had their own like specified little like cool tricks. Like there was the guy, his name was Eddie. He would do the worm on his snowboard in the air, like. And then there's this guy named Simon. He's like kind of crazy, and like he did this like cool trick where like he would spin the snowboard around his neck. It was sick. Like yeah, like the tricks that they would do in that game, and the music was just amazing. Like I love that series.
Did you...
And then the other game.
Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. The other games.
Oh, I was just gonna say the other game was just like the Tony Hawk games, the skateboarding games, like like sportish. Those were the best ones in my opinion.
Did you grow up on Guitar Hero?
Yes, that is also. I'm a big Guitar Hero fan.
I didn't grow up on Guitar Hero. I grew up on Beatles Rock Band and DJ Hero.
Well, I mean, Rock Band is good too.
Have you ever played DJ Hero?
No, I always wanted to, or I always meant to play the DJ Hero one. I just never.
Oh man,
I just never did.
That's my jam. That honestly, though, the mixes on that were pretty lit. I'd play it today, like how fun it was, like really really fun, and it was like the old 2000 songs too. So you had like Rihanna went back, when she's had Rude Boy. You had Replay by Ayaz, like those good, like the litty ass fucking 2000 hits they were mixing. Oh man, it just brought me back. It just brings you back. But it was awesome. I want to stream it one day, but it's only on like PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. So I don't know if I want to buy a whole PlayStation 3 just to get DJ Hero and stuff.
Yeah. So recently, I just bought a Wii Guitar Hero controller, and then I bought this like adapter that I'm waiting for it to come into the mail.
Oh, you plan on playing Clone Hero?
Yes, I have Clone Hero, and I have played it, but I played it with my keyboard because I don't have a guitar, playing it with my keyboard was a challenge. I was able to do it, but it's not really ergonomic
So is
friendly
that
because it
yeah.
hurts my hands
Right,
because
yeah. You
you're
get
not supposed to play with the keyboard.
you're
You're
gonna
supposed to
get
play with
fucking
a freaking
arthritis.
yeah. So anyways, yeah, I bought the guitar. The guitar came in yesterday and I just assembled it. So now I'm just waiting for the adapter and then I'm gonna figure out how to do the setup
Are you
because I've
gonna
had Clone Hero on my
yeah.
computer
Are you
for a
gonna play all
while.
those like? Are you gonna play like meme songs and stuff?
I need to add some more songs. I need to definitely look up some more songs and I plan to like stream stream it
Right.
on Mondays too, like every other Monday because right now I'm streaming Skyrim on Mondays.
Oh
But
man,
eventually
you
I
can't stream
do want to
Skyrim
mix it up.
forever.
No, I know. So I'm thinking because right now Wednesdays. Okay, so Mondays are Skyrim. Wednesdays are kind of like whatever new game I want to try out or like try to play through. That's what Wednesdays are pretty much for.
Right.
And Fridays are like my days to play with my viewers.
Mm-hmm.
So whatever multiplayer games I know of, or that they want to play or something, like I will stream those games.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Mondays I'm thinking about maybe every like one Monday Skyrim, the next Monday like Music Monday, Clone Hero or something like that. I
Music
don't know.
Monday. I like that. That's cool. Okay.
So so
I doubt you're gonna be like this one dude. Oh man, this one dude he just shreds on that Guitar Hero. Like he just plays like nothing's going on, but he's got all these like he knows how to do all those like zigzag combinations and stuff.
yeah, me no. I never learned how to do the two-handed crazy ass guitar. Like I'm pretty sure I could learn now because before when I was in high school or junior high and high school when I would play it a lot, I was pretty good. Like I could do it on expert with just my one hand,
Oh
but I
wow.
never really focused on trying to learn how to do it with two hands because I didn't take it that seriously, you know.
Right. Right. Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it, and like I did do a competition in high school, and I think I got third place,
Oh
but
wow.
I call bull because I could have got second place at least if I
Why?
didn't get paired up with the guy who won in one of the like pre-qualifier thingies.
Okay.
So I was like, God damn it, I could have beat the other guy who got second place, but anyways,
Mm-hmm.
that was way back when. Now I'm pretty rusty. I'm not as like I'm pretty sure my hands aren't as strong as they are or they used to be.
You're gonna have to
I
play
mean,
on
I
like
still play
easy.
well, no. I can still play at least on hard and expert, like, but it's just I know I can't play all the songs on expert anymore. Like, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna have to go down to hard at least on some of them,
Okay.
and like practice on the hard, and then once I feel like I'm good on hard, then I can try expert.
Okay.
But no, I'm definitely not to that level. Like, I know there's the people who can do it with the two hands, and I'm just like, yeah, I don't know how to do that.
That's pretty cool though. I could definitely I'll definitely tune in if you start doing that. I mean I try and tune into to my friends' streams when they are streaming. It's hard to watch
Yeah,
because I follow like 10 people on Twitch, but they're all because they're all friends of mine. I don't follow people
yeah.
I don't know personally. But
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes you're streaming, sometimes my other friends streaming. I'm like, oh well, who am I supposed to watch? Sometimes I give my friend who's like has like 1 2 viewers. I'm like, I'll give him the view because I see you have like 20 viewers. I'm like, all right, I'll give him the view.
Mm-hmm.
So, but yeah,
Yeah, no, yeah, no worries. Like I never like whenever anybody comes, even if it's for like a minute or two, like I'm totally just like, oh, thank you, like for stopping by, you know, saying hi. Like it's
yeah,
always cool. Like I don't ever expect anyone to stay for the full like 5 6
right,
hours that I end up streaming because
yeah,
like I don't think I mean I think I'm okay, but I don't think I'm that entertaining to watch for that long unless
R-
like you just really want to support me. I guess I don't
right,
know.
right, right. I don't think anyone unscripted is that entertaining. Right,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
right,
So it's kind of like, I mean, I definitely talk the entire time. Like, it's very rare when it's
right.
silence
That's
on
yeah,
my
because
stream.
no, that's all you get on my stream is mostly silence because I'm playing by myself. But I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
play by yourself, but you still keep like talking. But I mean, I feel like because you have viewers to talk to, I'm fucking over here like nobody. It's a
Hmm.
ghost town. Am I really just gonna talk to myself like a crazy person? Like really?
Yeah. Well, so the thing is, it's one of those things where even when I was streaming and I only had maybe like one or two viewers, and most of the time those two people or one person was like one of my friends, and like not all the time they were watching me, you know, like they had me on, but like I was like very low volume and they were
Mhm.
like obviously doing something else, which is fine.
Right, right.
Um so I would still talk because you never know like when that one person is gonna come into your stream and then like they find oh this person's talking about I don't know whatever you're talking about
Right.
and they're like you know what I'm gonna say hi or like you know I mean, it doesn't always happen, but there's just like that opportunity that could be missed if you're like just silent the entire
Yeah,
time.
I know, and I get it. I need to work on that more, but I definitely get more views when I play with my friends because we're always joking and laughing around. So that's always for sure a guarantee that people stick around. They hear us laughing. So I'm like, oh, I want to get into this.
Mm-hmm.
Is there a game you think you could have played competitively? You just said you played Guitar Hero competitively, but you think there's another game you think you could have gone to like the fucking pros and stuff?
Honestly, nah. I think Guitar Hero, if I ever really wanted to, was probably the only game that I would ever think of maybe going into like competitively because I was never really into fighting games. Like I could do fighting games, but I'm
Oh
I don't really take the
man,
time to learn. I don't really take the time to learn combos. I just kind
right.
of button mash and get lucky. And then when I lose, I get very angry, and
Those guys,
I turn into somebody I don't want to be around, and I'm just like,
those
yeah, I don't.
no
That's
those
why I don't like fighting games, just because I'm very competitive and I don't want to be bad.
no those guys who do fighting games are insane. Like
Hmm.
those guys just like I don't think the game is fun anymore. Like I feel like if you play a game for so long where it just becomes work, like one game, it'll become work, and you'll just I feel like you just get tired of it. Like, but at this point you have to do it because it's your source of income. Those guys play competitively for money,
Yeah, it's
and
like Ninja and Fortnite, you know? Like that was
yeah,
pretty
does
much all he
that
streamed.
guy
It was
probably hates
Fortnite.
Fortnite. That guy probably hates Fortnite now, unless he really enjoys it because he just get kills on kills on kills. But I mean, at
Yeah,
some
but
point it'll get stale.
yeah, like that's why like I'm a variety streamer on Twitch
Mhm.
because I know that there's not one game I can play. I know I like games, but I don't think there's one game I could just continuously just keep playing every time I stream. It's like I just don't think it's
Right.
possible.
I'm even getting tired of playing Warzone at this point, and it's I like Warzone a lot. It's really fun, and I actually got invited to be in like a competitive team
Mhm.
here in the valley that Ruben was actually sponsoring. They're called Vector
Oh,
Gaming. They're
okay.
the guy is like he saw like if you guys don't know my Twitch, I post like some of my like Warzone gameplay on YouTube and on my Instagram sometimes. But so one of my old high school buddies saw like my sniping footage and stuff that linked to my YouTube channel, and that's where I put my best footage. He sent
Mhm.
that to he's in the Vector Gaming team. He sent that to like the guy who runs it, and so
Mhm.
well he saw all my Warzone footage, and he invited me like, hey, do you want to like play competitively in like a gaming league? And I'm like,
Mhm.
what? I'm like, what is this really? I was like, is this really happening? He's like, yeah, we're
Yeah.
called Vector Gaming, and we want to know if you want to play competitively. And at first I was like, all right, calm down, all right. There's probably some scam. There's probably some scam. I thought they're eventually gonna ask my social security. Where do I live? I'm like, all right. And I was
Mhm.
like, I
Mhm.
was like, okay, I'll play along. You're in the valley. All right, who sponsors you? He's like, oh, Ruben Najera. And I'm like, what? I was like, I have Ruben Najera. I can easily call. I said, let me call Ruben. I wanted to call it like see if he was bluffing. I was like, let me call.
Yeah.
All right, let me. I texted him. Let me call Ruben and see if it's true. And he's like, okay.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh. It's like I call Ruben. I'm like, hey Ruben, do you know Vector Gaming? I was like, oh, is it run by this guy? The same guy who messaged me. And I'm like, yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah, I was actually working on their uniforms before quarantine. I'm like, oh shit, this is real. And he's like, I'm like, oh, thanks Ruben, take care. So I went to him like, so why do you want me in this? So I just
Yeah.
yeah, he just told me like, oh, I like your Warzone footage. I think you'd be a good member of like the team. Basically, they don't even play competitively. They just basically play like at like conventions and stuff. They have like a gaming
Uh-huh.
scene, and so that's what they would want me for, basically, just to represent them and like play for like that gaming scene. That's all. Representing. I told them
Oh.
I told them like, they said like, oh yeah, there's Smash Brothers, there's like Fortnite, and I was like, ew, don't give me that shit. I don't play Fortnite. And and I remember what it was like. If you remember at the con, there's like these guys who like play GameCube and stuff. They play Smash Bros. In the GameCube. Like
Yeah.
they're like a corner, and so
Mhm.
I like listen. Here are my standards. I'm not gonna play Smash Brothers competitively. I'm not gonna play Fortnite. It's Warzone.
Yeah.
I don't even play Call of Duty multiplayer because that shit just that's just toxic to me. And
Mm-hmm.
he's like, okay, we'll see what we can work with. And so I still don't know yet. I mean, I still upload my own footage because I find it fun to do. I like to look back at myself like playing. But
Yeah.
to this day, I still don't know what the hell is up with that. So that's why I asked like about the whole competitive thing, because I was like, I wonder if like,
Oh,
what do you think? Do you think you're like, do you think you're really good at games?
no, I think I'm trash.
Well, I mean,
No, so I think I'm okay. I think what happens though, honestly, like I'm kind of bad when I'm streaming, and I think I'm bad more because I feel like I kind of lose brain cells when I'm streaming
is it because people
because
are
I'm kind
watching
of trying
you?
to well, they're watching me, but it's more like I want to entertain them, and I
Mm-hmm.
want to make sure I'm talking to them. So I feel bad when I miss a person's comment, or like,
Ah,
you know, like I want to make sure like, oh, um,
yeah,
you
that's
know,
I
like
get it.
I want to acknowledge whoever's there. I don't want to just be like playing the game and then whatever, ignore them. Um,
Yeah, I get it.
and so yeah, that's
I'm
kind of
glad.
I don't know. Like by myself though, I feel like I can definitely play games better. And I think it's because I'm in like a comfortable setting.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're streaming, like I have my lights on, I have like it's just a lot of I guess production that goes into
Yeah.
streaming, that it's not like you're in your pajamas, like I can't be in my underwear and with a pillow, and like I can't
Yeah.
be playing the game as comfortably as like I'd like to,
I mean, you
like
could be
on stream,
you could be one of those streamers if you wanted to. Yeah,
Yeah, but
yeah.
I'm
I'm telling you
not.
this right now. Your sub count will go up if you do that.
Oh God, no. I see there's two viewers, I think.
No, but
So,
I wanted to go to a subject where have you had yet that fan where they've told you like your streams have helped me a lot, watching you as really, going helping me through a hard time or something. Have you had like that fan yet?
um, I actually I kind of want to say I've had one person, yeah,
Oh,
who's
okay.
kind of told me that I make their night. Like when I stream, I make their night,
That's
and I like that makes me
yeah.
feel good, because
Those
it's
are the
like
best. Those are the best.
it's like, okay, so because honestly, I do streaming, and I always honestly try to make it about the viewers, not about me. It's about the viewers. Like I
Right,
want to make
right.
sure that they're having a good time. I don't like. I mean, obviously, I want to have a good time too. Like I don't want to be streaming if I'm miserable.
Mm-hmm.
But I for sure that's always like my top priority when I'm streaming, is just to make sure that everyone's comfortable,
Yeah.
and that everyone is just like everyone's just having a good time.
Yeah. I also had a question where you recently
Yeah.
you cried on stream. What was all that about?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so last Friday, it was very emotional because so okay, on my Fridays I do a spinning wheel, right?
Right.
I don't know if you know this, but on my Fridays I do a spinning wheel, and so pretty much for every follower I get on Fridays gets a spin on my spinning wheel. Any
Yeah.
subs get a spin, and
Mm-hmm.
donations and bits and stuff.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I was getting a lot of subs. There was this one guy in particular, this one viewer. I have no idea who he is. I've never seen him in my stream before that Friday.
Yeah.
He literally just popped in, followed me that day. And he was like randomly giving me money. Like it started off with small amounts, like $1. And I was like, okay, that's cool. Like I was like, hey,
Okay.
thanks for the $1,
Okay.
And then like 5 minutes later, like $3.33. Like it was very odd amounts. And I was like,
Okay.
oh, cool,
Uh-huh.
And I was like, hey, thanks for the $3, blah blah blah. And then $4.20. And I was like, haha, $4.20, 420. I see what you did there,
Yeah.
No. So it was just like random increments.
Was he sending messages or anything? Was he
No,
talking?
no. Oh, well, he was in the chat. So I think I missed a couple of his messages. Like I said, I tried my best to keep up with the chat. Sometimes I miss
Right.
a message here or there.
Right.
But yeah, so he was giving me like random amounts of money, and because he was giving me money, I was like, oh, if you donate $5, or like you get a spin on my spinning wheel. So on my spinning wheel, I literally accumulated like I ended up taking like 5 vodka shots on my stream that Friday, and I chugged down 2 Trulies.
Oh.
And, yeah, and I ate. I don't know if you know what those Bean Boozled jelly
Yeah,
beans are,
I
but
watched you almost throw up on stream.
yeah. So like that night though, on that Friday, because I spin my wheel so many times, I ended up accumulating like 7 or 10 Bean Boozleds.
Jeez.
So like 3 out of the 10 were good. The other 7 were disgusting. I had like dead
Yeah.
fish.
Yeah, I know.
I
I
had the
watched
stink.
them.
I had the stink bug flavor. I think like 2 or 3 times. I
Yeah.
had barf. I had
Jeez.
dirty dishwasher. I had what other one did I
Yeah,
have that night? I don't
toothpaste.
know.
That wasn't too bad.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, I got the toothpaste one. I think did I get it once or twice? I don't remember. I think I got it twice. So I got lucky on that one too. I was pretty much saving my toothpaste one for like whichever bad flavor I would get. I'm like, okay, at least I have the toothpaste one to
Right.
like counteract that one.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah, that night. So I wasn't drunk, but I was definitely feeling it towards the end of the night, and like I kind of just broke down because that one guy, he ended up randomly giving me $50. Donate. No, he did
Whoa.
20. No,
Whoa.
okay, so he did 10, then he did 20, then he did 50. And I was like,
Wow.
what the heck? And I just told him, oh my God, like I have to spin the wheel like a lot of times because you're donating so much, you know?
Yeah.
And then he did 100. And I was like,
Whoa.
what? I was like, no way did someone just donate $100 to me. Like that's insane. Like literally the guy
Wow.
had already donated like over $150. And
Right.
I was just
Wow.
like, and I was just like, what? I kept telling him the stream. I was like, what are you doing? Like you don't, you don't have to donate, right? Like this is just like if you want to, sure. But I'm like, this is crazy. I was
Jesus.
very, yes, I know. And I was just okay, so I was just like very grateful. I was being very humble about it. Um I was trying to stay as humble as I can about it because I was just very grateful,
Yeah.
and I didn't really know like how to handle that because I've never, I guess, gotten that much before,
Yeah.
and it's been like, well, I mean, from something like streaming.
Yeah.
So um so it was crazy, and then yeah, he just kept donating money like throughout the whole night, and then I was getting
Jesus.
gifted subs. People were gifting subs. People were resubbing.
Whoa.
People were cheering with bits. I was like, what is happening tonight? I was just in a total like loss of words. Yeah, I ended up crying on stream for like a good 30,
Damn.
probably like 30 or 40 minutes, just crying and like saying how much I appreciate everyone who's like comes
Damn.
out to support me
I
and
was
all
actually
that.
Jesus. That was your fun Friday, right? That was your fun viewer Friday.
Yeah, it was because for like the first 2 hours of my stream,
Yeah, I
I
played with you. We played
literally,
together that day.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But like before that, I was literally just spinning my wheel for like
Yeah.
hours, like
Yeah.
for like a whole hour and a half or so. It was just me spinning my wheel because every time I was getting
Yeah.
like some type of whatever. But yeah, by the end of the night, like I said, after after I played Among Us, or like during Among Us, after like a match or two of Among Us, I went to my spinning wheel again, and then I was just kind of just saying how grateful I was and like thank you for everyone, and yeah, it was just like very emotional for me.
That's really awesome. That's really really cool that your fans really like
Yeah.
that. Do you get a portion of when people give subs?
Yeah, so pretty much the way Twitch works is that every sub you get, whether it's gifted or like a legit sub from like a person themselves, you get half and they get half, and Twitch
Unless
gets half. So
unless it's
like
a
even though
unless it's
it's
a
like
prime
five
sub. Unless it's
dollars,
a free sub, right? Like the
no, I
Twitch Prime
think I
sub.
think all subs, I think all subs are like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because even the Twitch Prime subs count as some type of revenue for you and
Okay.
Twitch as well.
Okay.
Um, but yeah, so you get half of that income and Twitch gets the other half. So even if I'm getting like, say there was, you know,
Mm-hmm.
$30 worth of subs,
Yeah.
you're really only getting 15 out of the 30
Wow.
because that's how it is. It's just like it's a split profit. But still, it was just like very nice. Yeah, that Friday I finally reached my over 50 sub goal too, because I had wanted to get over 50 subs to get my last emote slot for like, when you're affiliate, you can only have a certain amount of emotes.
You see, I wouldn't know that, but yeah, okay, go on.
Oh, okay. So sorry, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine. I don't care.
Yeah, when you're an affiliate, you can, make your emotes and stuff. You get one free emote slot as soon as you become an affiliate. You get one free emote slot to have. And then when you get 10 subs, I think is when you get a second one.
Okay.
Or it's either 10 or 15, I don't remember. And then it's like 25. I think it's 15. It's probably 15.
Mm-hmm.
So at 25 you get your third, 35 you get your fourth, and then 50 you get your fifth. And I was always struggling to get to the 50. Like I would get up to like 44, 46, and then, by the next 2 weeks, like it would drop back down. So I was always kind of constantly between 30 and 40 subs. And I'm like, I'm right there, but I don't like to be the type of person to like, beg or anything like that.
Right. It's just there if you want to.
Yeah, it's just there. So anyways, I got really lucky, and like I said, on that Friday, so Wednesday I actually reached the goal, I think, of that week, but then Friday I almost doubled my subs. It was crazy. Like
Wow.
I was just so overwhelmed.
That's crazy.
Obviously the alcohol made me more emotional, so
are you a
that didn't
lightweight?
help.
Is that why?
I wouldn't say I was a lightweight if I had 5 vodka shots and 2 Trulies and I was able to get through that far into my stream without crying.
Yep.
But yeah,
I'll give it to you.
that's really
awesome,
I did pretty well. Yeah, it was a very emotional time for me.
Oh man,
for sure.
like there is like these Twitch streamers. Have you seen like that one Twitch streamer named Bad Bunny who like makes your viewers feel bad for not subbing or donating?
No, I don't actually know who that is. I've never heard of her.
Oh yeah, she's horrible. She literally like tells her stream like, "Am I working for free here? You guys can't donate $5?" And I'm like, what is this woman like demanding money from her audience that are like there, like they're supporting her.
Yeah.
She's just and I'm surprised she hasn't gotten banned from Twitch. And there was this one other guy who just said like, I'm not gonna keep Twitch streaming if no one's donating and stuff. I'm like, they feel entitled to their audience's money. It's disgusting to watch, and makes me appreciate people like you and my other friends who like really appreciate their fans and don't ask for a dime. It's
like that's just like never my main focus. Like I said, this streaming is just a side thing that I just honestly, it's something to do during quarantine, but also to just break away from all the horrors that's going on in the world, essentially.
Yeah,
because there's always negativity happening in the world. It's sad, and I kind of just want to make like my stream and a place to just chill, like don't worry about what's going on with the president or what's going on in wherever.
Anything, just nothing to like,
to nothing political,
reality,
nothing,
kind of.
Yeah. You watch a movie, you play video games to escape reality. So that's what I expect for people to come into my streams, like escape reality for a little bit and just chill and relax.
Right. But yeah, I think we're here. I think we need to wrap it up now. But yeah, thank everybody for listening. Thank everybody for listening to the podcast. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all listen to it again and again, and hope you get it in your brain. But yeah, thank you, Teresa, for being here. Please let everybody know where everybody can find you. I will put your links down below. But yeah, let everybody know where they can find you, and yeah.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Once again, my name is Teresa. Thank you for coming out and listening to the podcast. You can find me on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube under the username TJFXX. I also have an Instagram. I have a personal one, but the one that I make available to the public is called teriyaki_cosplay.
I'm glad you said that because I was about to put I was about to put the other one, your personal one.
So my personal one is also TJFXX, but I try to keep that one separate from my public one. So yeah, my Instagram is the teriyaki_cosplay, and I'll try to post more on there. I don't post as much as I should, but it's mainly because I haven't cosplayed anything in a while. Because quarantine, they can't really go to any conventions. But yeah, that's pretty much it. And yeah, I hope you all have a wonderful day, and it was very fun chatting it up.
Yeah, it was really fun. Thank you for being here again. Hopefully we get to do it again in the future. You're awesome. Your audience is awesome. Your Twitch streams are awesome, and I hope you keep it up and you only become bigger from here on.
Well, thank you so much for those kind words. It definitely does mean a lot to me, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you again, Teresa, and have a good day.
Alrighty, you too.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.